Hey everybody, it's Danielle. Welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're having a great day so far. But say it with me, it's about to get better. Today we are starting a brand new series on the channel that's called Discussions with Danielle, and I am so excited to have my very first guest. Please help me welcome Luis. Welcome, Luis.
Hi, Danielle. How are you doing?
So good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing so well. I'm so happy to be here with you.
Yay! Thank you for being my first guest. This is so exciting.
It's
There's
an
not a better
honor.
way to start this series off.
Honestly, I'm so happy about this. And I already had you on my channel as a guest, so just being here now is
Yes,
like the full circle moment.
exactly. We had to do something on my channel too. I love it. It's perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. Well, why don't you tell my audience a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you do, what your channel's about? Go ahead and just give us a little discussion about
Okay,
who you
I'll
are.
take it away. So, okay, hello everyone. My name is Luis Portelles. I guess that I am considered to be like a YouTube reactor to a certain extent, although I do like a few things on YouTube. For my content. But I started my channel making reaction videos about music mainly. Um, I've been always like very, very passionate about like pop culture. I'm not like a vocal coach or anything like that, but I'm just like a pop culture fan. So I love talking and I love analyzing and I love finding meaning to anything that it has to do with culture and stage and shows and all of that. Slowly but surely, my channel also transitioned into pageantry, which is kind of a passion that I discovered very, very last minute, something that I was never exposed to, but it turned out to be something that I really enjoyed. And I also do a lot of interviews on my channel. So just like Danielle now, it's something that I've been pursuing as well. And it's really exciting because you get to meet so many amazing people.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I love it. And where are you located?
I'm actually in Montreal,
Yes.
Canada. So I was born and raised in Cuba, but I live in Montreal as of right now.
Oh, I love it. That's so exciting. Yeah, did you just take a trip there too?
Yes, I
You
went
said?
to Cuba for
Yes.
like 2 weeks in the beginning of January. It was amazing, seeing the
Oh my
family and
gosh.
all of that. It's always a good
It
time.
was beautiful. I loved seeing your Instagram posts and
I know.
it
I
was
just want to go back.
gorgeous. Yeah,
And
right?
here is like winter right now. It's so cold. I don't even want to go out.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I know. It's been so weird weather-wise here in Texas. It was like icy rain one day and then the next day
Yeah.
it's super sunny and warm. I'm like, I don't even know what is going on. It's sunny this whole week. So, that's good,
Oh,
but
lucky you.
it's
Send me some
weird.
sunshine, please.
Yeah, I'll send you some sunshine. Perfect. Okay. Well, I want to ask you, what was the video that really made you take off on YouTube? Like, what
Mm,
video all of a sudden exploded for you? If there was one that just like, you were like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Like,
okay.
what's going on? You know?
Okay, so I feel like there's like two stages for that question for me because I actually started my channel as a Madonna reaction channel. Like I'm a
Oh my gosh.
huge Madonna fan. Like I love
I love
everything about Madonna. Okay, I can talk about her for hours. And my channel was more like not like a first reaction type of thing, but like a fan reaction. Like I would explain to the
it. Okay.
audience stuff that I want them to know. And
Yes.
one of the people who watch my channel regularly, they were from the Philippines, and they would keep
Yep.
on asking me like, "Please react to Morissette. I want you to check out Morissette." And for
I love
me,
it.
back in the day, like I didn't know who Morissette was. I was like, "Who is this
Mm-hmm.
girl?" But at the same time, I had uh, maybe like 200 subscribers, and this one
Right.
person was one of the most supportive ones. So I was like, you know what? They're supporting me so much. I might as well just make something for them. If the video
Yeah.
doesn't go anywhere, then just be it, right?
Right.
So I
Exactly.
did. Checked out Morissette, and my first reaction to her was kind of like a compilation of her best moments. So it was just
Okay.
like, can you imagine
The
like
best
mind
of
blown?
Morissette.
Yes, exactly.
Oh man.
So after that, I feel like I was doing still like my Madonna reactions for a bit, but I had already
Mm-hmm.
covered like the videos that I wanted to cover. And then I became kind of like obsessed with Morissette for like a while. And literally, it was like
Me.
Morissette reaction for like 3 weeks straight.
Yes. Yes. The Maury week.
Exactly. So that was really the beginning of my channel, kind of like discovering not only Morissette, but also OPM music as a whole. And then later on, when I got into pageantry videos, I
Right.
made a reaction to Catriona Gray, which is one of the
Okay.
most known like Miss Universe ever.
Yeah.
and that
Wow.
video really took off, and just brought like so many different people on my channel as well. So I feel like those two
Oh,
moments were really the beginning of it all.
that's so cool. I love that it was like Morissette is the thing that connects us too. Cause I don't know, I
Yeah,
feel like that's how I found you as well, was because there was
yeah,
Morissette and you were interviewing her. I think that's
yes,
when I first discovered your channel. I love that. It's so fun.
yes.
I think we found her around, maybe around the same time, like a year ago
Yes, exactly. I
or
think that the
something.
first time I saw
Yeah.
your channel was when you released your interview.
Okay.
Because at the time, like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of reactors were coming with interviews, and I was like, okay, I just
Yeah.
want to watch them all, and I would like join like everyone's premieres.
Yeah.
It was
You're
so
like,
much
what's
fun.
going on? Oh, I know. That was such a fun moment to be able to
Yeah.
interview her. I'm so glad we got to do that. So, I recently just hit 100K, which is
Mm,
crazy. Look at
congratulations,
this. It's
girl.
beautiful. It's right here. I just
Deserved.
scoot over. But I want to know what was it like for you when you hit 100K? Because it's such a big milestone. Like
Mhm.
imagining that many people following you and like wanting to watch what you do. I just think it's like crazy. Like it's so crazy to
Yes.
imagine that number. And I
Yes.
know it was so overwhelming for me, like when I hit it and when I got my award. So I want to hear your experience when you
Yeah.
got to
I
that point.
mean, well, I feel like hitting 100K is kind of like the goal for most YouTubers when they start, you know?
Yes.
I don't personally think of YouTube in terms of like numbers or views or subscribers,
Mm-hmm.
but of course, when you get to that point, it's a milestone that
Yeah.
makes you want to pause and like look back and realize, wow, I've come this far, you know? And
Yeah.
for me, this was not my first channel. I've always been into YouTube and doing like stuff online. Um, but I started this channel during the pandemic because
Right.
I moved by myself. I was alone. Lockdown, I couldn't see my friends, my family, nobody. I was by myself.
Oh my
And
gosh. Yeah.
I made this as a way to connect with people. And then just a few months after, when I saw that I was able to hit that milestone, it was kind of like I don't know, I had to pinch myself. And it was kind of
Gosh.
crazy because this is around the time that I had already started like covering pageants.
Right.
And I always tell everyone my channel works in like phases, you know. When it's pageant season,
Mm-hmm.
we're like pageants. When it's
Everything
off pageant
pageant. Yep.
season is like music, and then, you know, we even watch like series and stuff. So it's, you know, a mix of a lot of
Oh,
things.
yes.
Yes.
I love that. You like do the full spectrum. It's perfect. I love
Yes,
that.
exactly. But that was like this one particular day, there was a video that kind of like took off, went viral, and
Right.
I went from 70K to 100K
Oh
in a
my
matter of
gosh.
like 3 days. So
Whoa. That's crazy.
I didn't
Oh
have
my
time
gosh.
to kind of like process, and you know,
Yeah. Oh wow.
it was really really intense. And there was also a downside to that, because maybe you know about this. I mean, like reactors, we do a lot of copyrighted material reactions, right?
Right.
Music is
Right.
copyrighted, and at the
Always. Yeah.
time when I requested my award, YouTube was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Nope, you're not eligible." I was like,
No. Because of copyright stuff?
because of a copyright video, yes. So I had to dispute it, and I sent like an email and all of that, and they were like, "Fine, we'll give you your award." I was like, "You
You're like,
better."
I did this. Like we did this together. I want my
Yes, I
subscribers to
worked for
see
this.
this. Wow. But to jump from 70 to 100K is like that's
Crazy,
nuts. That's like
crazy.
really crazy. That's a
I remember
big
one day going to bed, the next day
yeah.
waking up and having like 10,000 new subscribers, and I was like,
What's going on? Yeah.
I didn't, I didn't know how to process that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember when I first reacted to Morissette, that first video, I had like 130 subscribers. And the
Yeah.
next day I woke up with like thousands, like 7,000 I had. And I was like,
What?
what is going on? Okay, so like you said, you get to interview lots of different people and you do lots of pageants and everything like that. Do you have a dream person that you
Mhm,
would like to interview one
mhm.
day or that you already like have tried to reach out to or anything like that?
Yes, there are many actually. There are so many people that I just adore when it comes to
Yes.
what I do on my channel, whether it's like artists, whether it's beauty queens, whether it's other influencers. You know, I just love learning from other people. But I feel like, you know, I got to meet Morissette, which was one of
Yes.
my, you know, first idols, you know, from the
Yes.
channel. So that was
Yes.
like, you know, crazy.
Like
Um,
shaking while you're going.
ah,
It's like,
girl, I was dying. I was dying. And my Zoom call with her actually got disconnected. So I was like, no,
Yes.
I lost her. I was like,
Yes,
Jesus.
that happened to me too. I think we talked about that. I was like, oh my gosh, I hung up on Morissette.
I know, right? But okay, we did fine after all.
Yes.
I think that when it comes to artists, maybe Regina Velasquez. I don't know if you ever heard of
Yes.
her, but like
Yes.
she's amazing. Like major vocalist, talented,
Yes.
sweet woman. So I would love to have that interaction with her. Katrina Velarde as well is one of the OGs on my
Yes.
channel.
Oh,
So amazing.
I love her.
That will be
Oh
a
my
dream
gosh.
interview. And when it comes to pageants, maybe like I will go for like the title holders, like Rabia Mateo.
Yes.
I would love, like, she was the OG that I followed. That day that I had like the 10,000s, that was Rabia. P awards by Catriona Gray. I don't know. Those will be like really fun conversations. Maybe one day.
Gosh. Oh, that's
What
so
about you?
exciting. Oh my gosh. I don't even know. I want to interview like so many people just like you. I like would love to have conversations. Like Morissette was literally a dream. I remember when I got the email, I was like babysitting or something and I was sitting there
Yes.
like, what? It
Yes.
literally said, "You read that correctly. We want you to interview Morissette." And I was sitting here like, what is going on? And I didn't think it was real. Like I didn't get my hopes up
Yeah.
until Morissette came on the screen. Did
Yes.
I know that this was actually happening?
Mhm.
And then when she
Yes.
came on, I was kind of like, and I was good. And I felt fine. And
Yes.
that was like the coolest thing ever. I wasn't ready for
Memories.
questions. I'm asking the questions today.
I'm taking over.
Yeah, he's taking over. He's ready. Let's see. I mean, I would love to talk to Katrina. I've reached out to her to see if I could get her on because
Yes.
I love her voice so much. She is so beautiful and she's such a great mother. And I love all of her stuff. I would love to talk to her. Fourth Impact is another one that
Mhm.
I would love to interview them. They just seem so great and so bubbly and fun. I actually asked this
There's
question
so
on my
many.
Instagram a couple days ago, and someone was like, "Oh my gosh, get Lin-Manuel on your channel," and I was like, "You think I'm that cool to get Lin-Manuel Miranda on this channel?" But I mean, that
know.
would be amazing. I would love to
dream
have
come
him on
true.
the channel. A dream come
Right?
true. Oh
So many
man.
people like send us requests and we're like, if I had that power to actually do it,
Yeah.
for sure.
I was like, I need you to suggest people that'll actually answer my DMs or my
Yes.
emails.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm
That's
just
so
waiting
fun.
for an interview with you and the cast of Encanto. I feel like that will be amazing.
Oh, that would honestly be so cool. I mean, a lot of those people are on TikTok, so you never know. I mean,
You never know.
maybe I could reach out. That would be really fun.
Give it a try.
I will. I'm gonna give. There's no harm in trying. Like all they can say is no or not answer you, right?
Exactly. That's the worst that can happen.
Exactly. Okay. I have another question, but this kind of goes hand in hand. There's two questions here, but I feel like you could kind of answer them together.
Let's
So,
go.
okay, what do you wish you could tell the younger version of yourself, maybe like before you started your YouTube channel or even like before you ever started YouTube, like would you have wanted to get started sooner? Along with if you could go back and start your channel maybe a different way, would you do that? Or do you like the way that everything like played out?
Yeah, that's a good question. Okay, so if I had to say something to the younger version of myself when I was about to start my channel, it's just trust the process.
Yes.
Sometimes you gotta go through the ups and downs and learn from the mistakes in order to then be able to make it where you wanna be. As I was telling you, this was not my first channel ever, and my other channels.
Right.
Sometimes they were very experimental. Like one day I would have a vlog, the next day a reaction, the next day like a challenge. There was no consistency at all. And back at that point, I would be really frustrated because I just wanted to make it as a YouTuber. Like I just wanted to, be a YouTuber. That was like the cool thing to do, right?
Yeah.
But then it would just never happen for me. So with this channel in particular, my very first video, which is still up on my channel, it was just me sitting in front of the camera and talking to the camera and saying, I don't have any expectations from this channel. I just want to have fun. I just want to connect with people. I just want to, show all of that. And it just happened. And I don't regret anything before that because all of those mistakes prepare me for this channel. Like when I
Right.
started, I knew how to edit, I knew how to be consistent, I knew how to plan a
Yes.
schedule, I knew how to, stick to my topics. And I feel like
Hmm.
without that experience, I wouldn't be able to do it today.
Yeah, you
Um,
had the tools necessary before you really
exactly,
started this next
exactly.
channel. That's cool. Hmm.
If I had to do something over, if I had to start my channel, I feel like I will maybe show a little bit more of my personality since the beginning, because
Mm.
it wasn't until I started like opening up a little bit to my audience, maybe
Yeah.
I don't know, like through the pageants and stuff, that people got to know me a little bit better. In the
Mm.
beginning, it was like Louis the Reactor, for example. Like it was all about
Right.
music, but like people came for my opinion because they liked the things that I had to say, but they didn't know who
Right.
I was as a person, what I did, etc. So
Yeah.
maybe that will be something that I will keep in mind if I had to do it
Hmm.
again. But I wouldn't change a thing. I'm so happy with everything that has happened so far.
Oh, I love that. I love that. That's a great answer. I love
Yeah.
that so much. Cool. Okay. Well, let's see. I had one more question that I wanted to ask, but it just left my brain.
Yeah.
Come on, come on,
Well,
come
in the
on, come
meantime,
on.
while it's coming back, may I ask you, because your
Yes.
channel has been exploding as well. I'm so
Oh
proud
my
of you.
goodness. Thank you.
It's been crazy for you. No,
Yes.
honestly. And what I like the most about you, honestly, I watch your reaction videos and you have like such a likable personality, and you're able to explain things that for most people might seem to be technical, or to be
Right.
more of like, of of the rank of like a vocal coach, right? But you're able to
Yes.
simplify it and make it enjoyable for the audience. What
Yeah.
is your
Thank
biggest
you.
challenge when it comes to your channel?
The biggest challenge? I feel like sometimes just sitting down and recording can honestly be a challenge sometimes because it
Yeah.
takes a lot of energy for me because I am an introvert, even though it doesn't
Yes.
seem like I am because I have so much energy and everything. I'm like right in the middle. I'm an extroverted introvert. So I have to, recharge by myself. So
Yes.
sometimes putting out and exerting all this energy, you know, having my videos be the way that I want them to be at the end of the day, I'm so tired from already working or whatever, and I
Yeah.
want to do a great job. Sometimes that's hard because I feel like I have to take a lot of like breaks or mental health
Yes.
breaks because I'm just so tired, and I never want to sit in front of the camera and fake it.
Yes.
Like I've said that from the beginning of my channel. I'm like, if I'm tired, I'm not filming. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, hey everybody, if I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. Like I
Yes.
just I don't want to be like that. I don't want YouTube to ever feel like it's a burden or like I have to do this sort of thing. So I'd say that's almost one of my biggest challenges is sometimes just sitting down and recording because it takes
Yeah.
a lot of energy. Sometimes what's challenging is I feel like I can't say not negative things about
Mhm.
singers or people, but it's like you sometimes don't want to say things like super
Super
negative
harsh.
about someone
Yes.
because sometimes people don't they take what you're saying maybe the wrong way. Like
Mhm.
if you say, oh, I wish they would have hit this in their falsetto rather than their chest voice, that could come off to that person as like they did a horrible job, they should have done something else, and they don't hear you the way that you're trying to
Mhm.
say something, I guess. So
Yeah.
I one of my greatest challenges or fears is like not communicating correctly what I'm trying to say in the moment. That's probably another thing that I'm like
I get
I
that.
never want to come off as like I'm saying something negative, but I want to like encourage the artist to like, oh, this is something they could have done better.
It could
I mean, that's what
improve.
a vocal coach
Exactly.
does. I'm there to like help the artist, the singer, learn how
That's
to
literally
get
your
even
job.
better. And everybody can improve. Nobody's a perfect
Mhm.
singer. Nobody like hits the notes 100% of the time.
Yeah.
And that's just cuz we're human. Like we just don't. So there's always room for improvement, and if there is, like that's saying that they're a great singer because they want to improve. It's not anything
Absolutely.
negative, I feel like, but it can be portrayed as that, and I'm always concerned what other people
Exactly.
think too
I
because I'm such like a
always,
people pleaser.
yeah, I feel you. I feel you 100%. That was one of my struggles as well in the beginning, especially when it comes to giving negative feedback, like giving
Yes.
negative comments, let's say. But it took me a while to kind of understand that there's a way to say things, that it
Yep.
doesn't have to be like bashing or like
Right.
bullying the singer or whatever. You're
Right.
just providing feedback, you know. And I always tell
Yes.
myself, if I was the singer or if I was the beauty queen on stage or whatever,
Right.
and I would hear this feedback, which is not coming across as being harsh,
Yes.
it's just like something to improve, you know. And if I was lying to you, I would actually be, you know, that I would be doing a disservice for you because you actually
Right.
want to
Exactly.
improve over time, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes, I
I
feel
agree.
you.
Yeah, it's definitely you have to like think about certain things that you say.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the
It's
way
a
you say
fine
them, I
line.
guess.
Yes.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, that was good. Okay. Awesome. Well, I feel like that's all the questions I have for you today. I don't know. Is there
Oh.
anything else you want to say? What
No, I
about
just
let's
wanted.
do some fun questions. Like,
Okay.
what's your favorite color?
Oh,
What's your favorite food?
okay.
Because I don't really know like any of those fun things about you.
Okay, so for me, if I say something else, my entire community is gonna come and grab me. Like
Oh
they're
no.
gonna be like drag me all over the place. My favorite color is purple
Oh
because
yes, love
very
purple.
early on during the creation process of my channel, I made like a very small community of friends. And these are
Yes.
subscribers that were with me since I was like under 500 subscribers, right?
Right. Right.
We stick together, we have like a group conversation and we just talk all the time. And they decided to call themselves the Purple Angels because everything,
Oh, I love
yeah,
it.
everything on my channel was purple themed.
Purple. Okay.
Yeah, and they decided to go with that name. So purple is definitely my favorite color. When it comes
Love
to
it.
my food, I mean, you know, I don't know if you ever tried like lechon. It's
No.
kind of it's a Cuban dish
Okay.
which they also eat in the Philippines. They call it the same, and it's like
Mhm.
um it's not like fried pork, but it's
Okay.
pork. Like you have to put it like in the oven or cook it like outside, almost as a barbecue.
Yeah.
Oof. If you eat that with
That
rice,
sounds
oh
so good.
gosh! But I'm on a diet, so I cannot be.
So none of that. None of that.
No,
Can
it's
enjoy
just
it
a
here and
favorite.
there. Little
Yes.
quickies. I love it.
Exactly.
Oh man. Awesome. Well, Lewis, thank you so much for joining me today on Discussions with Danielle and being my first guest. I'm so excited to have had you be my first guest. So
It's
thank you
been
so much for joining me. And please make sure to check out Lewis's page. He is absolutely amazing. I love all of his content, and he really does like so many different things on his channel. It keeps it fresh, keeps it exciting. So make sure to head over to his channel and subscribe and follow along and be a part of his family too. But is there anything else you'd like to say before we
Yes,
go?
absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. Honestly, it's an honor to be the first one here as a guest.
Yay!
And I just want to say, you know, how proud I am of you, like everything that you've done, how far you've come,
Thank
your
you.
level of growth, and always for staying like so sweet, so humble, so grounded, you know, so, you know, I don't know. You're
Thank you.
amazing. I love your channel as well. And please, everyone, keep on
Thank you.
supporting Danielle because she's doing such a great job.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.